them or not, but when you become a parent, you become a leader. You're the leader of the family. So just because you weren't born a leader per se doesn't mean you can't be a leader. And we're going to help you, give you the tools so that you can be a very successful leader. So the first thing is being positive. If you want to lead people in the right direction, I'm going to give you 7 different ways where you can be a positive influence on yourself as well as others. Respond, don't react. So if somebody says something negative or does something negative, don't reply back immediately. Step back, take a deep breath, and think about it. Don't make a negative situation worse. You want to calm the situation and see if it can be resolved. So regain your composure before you reply. And then response instead of reaction means you take the emotional charge out of the situation, incident, or problem. It is a great opportunity to turn positivity, turn it into a positive response and make it a win-win. Negative responses to a negative situation is never a good thing. Stay neutral and objective when things go wrong. There is many reasons why things happen. There's many reasons why people are in negative situations and react negatively. Don't take it personal. Make it stop and think about it. Turn it into a positive. How can I make this a positive? How can I teach the person that's having this negative reaction? How can I make it into a positive reaction for them? How can I make it into a positive situation for them? Be honest about your emotions, but own them. Yes, we all have bad days, and yes, there's going to be times when you will react. Own up to it, and then turn it into a positive. Make it a learning experience for you as well as the person that you reacted to. Don't blame other people for how you feel, because it is your feelings. It's not their feelings, it's your feelings. So only you can make yourself feel better. Could you please mute? I'm trying to mute. Okay. Okay, owning your emotions means you do not make anyone else responsible for you. It also means the power is in your hands to take any situation, look on the bright side, and change how you feel. When you change how you feel, you will change the whole situation. Just make sure you change it into a positive and not a negative. Show you're glad for others. Supporting the others in your team and congratulating them and building them up makes them feel good. It makes them want to do more. Think about it. When your instructor tells you that you did good, how did that make you feel? When somebody gives you a pat on the back, how did that make you feel? So you want to bring that down to your team. You want to build them up as well. You want to be supportive. If they feel supported, they're going to do things. They're going to build just like you. Again, it's leading by example. Your team is going to be following you, and they're going to be looking at you and see how you react to things. And they're going to copy that. So, and out of nowhere, they don't have to do anything for you to give them a pat on the back. If they're working hard and their nose is to the grindstone, give them a, hey, I see you're working hard. Good job. Keep it up. You know, give them positive reinforcement. It's going to make a difference in your team and how they grow with you. Be strong for others. So when people are having problems in their life, they've gotten sick, a family member has gotten sick, or there's been a death in the family. Be compassionate, be understanding. Think about how you would feel if you were in that situation. What would you want somebody to do for you? So don't be a person that nags people because they are in a life situation. Support them. See what you can do to help them move past it. Or if they just need time, then give them time.
Yeah.
So it is through painful situations people have an opportunity to find their strength, and a positive influencer knows and gently encourages this. Choose to be happy. Nobody likes someone who's always grumpy and down in the dumps. You want to be happy. You want to have an upbeat attitude. So things happening around you do not determine whether you're happy or not. For the most part, you choose whether you're going to be happy or not. You choose whether you're going to be grumpy. So always choose to be happy. Put a happy tone in your voice, especially when you're making calls and talking to people. Smile. Even though nobody sees you smiling, it does come out in your voice. It does make a difference, and people can hear that smile in your voice. And when you choose to be happy, people want to be around you because you raise the energy and the spirits of people that are around you. So choose to be happy. Set your intentions. When you bring somebody on board as part of your team, make sure you take the time to tell them what you expect of them, what you want them to do to be successful. If they have no clue what you want from them, they're going to flounder. They won't know what to do. So set your intentions. Make sure you make it clear what you want from them. And that'll give them a clear course on how to move forward. That is the end of Leadership Skills 1. So let me get to the second one. And these will all be available after the training today. So if you want these, I will make them available. Okay, Leadership Skills 2, the follow-up call. We always need to follow up with your students and your instructors. It is important to keep in contact with your instructors and help support and build them as well as your students. Following up means a lot to them as well. So make sure you remember to do your follow-up. So the importance of staying in contact. You want to follow up with your students. They may be stuck. They may be having issues and are afraid to come to you. They may think you're too busy and they don't want to bother you. Follow up with them. Make sure that they are on task and they are still doing what they need to do to be successful. That's what you're here for, is to help them succeed. So follow up with them. Don't just leave them hanging out there to dry. Even though they are an experienced instructor, you still want to keep in contact with them. And if you see that they are struggling, and not doing what they should be doing, call them. Find out what's going on. Are they stuck? Is something going on in their lives? Follow up with them. It will make a difference in your team. And continue to let them know that they've made the right decision. Remind them of their why. Why did you come here? Why did you want to do this? How can we get you to where you want to be? Put together a plan with them, but stay in contact. Follow up with them. Building trust. This is so important, to build the trust with your students and your instructors. They like feeling appreciated and valued by their instructors. So keeping in touch is a part of that. When they ask you questions, respond back to them. Don't let them wait or go somewhere else to find answers. Be there for them. Even if your answer is, go to rrr247.com/rrr and follow the steps in the training. You know, stay in contact. Let them know that you are there for them, even if it's to direct them to where they need to be. So, see, one of the most important follow-up calls you can make are ones that are returns of messages. When you miss calls, it's vitally important to make calls back in order to ensure your students that they are not being neglected or overlooked. It is important to keep in contact. Follow-up builds credibility. Become a resource for your students. Let them know that they can come to you when they have questions, and you can direct them to where they need to go to follow up and to find the answers that they need to find. It doesn't mean that you always give them the answers. It means you can give them direction on where to find the answers. But follow up with them. If they ask you a question, you need to respond back to them. But you don't want to be a crutch either. So like I said, if following up is just telling them, well, this is where you can go to find the information that you need, great. At least you followed up with them and they don't think that you've left them out and floundering to do whatever they want to do. Express gratitude. People need to know that they are doing good. People want to hear thank you. Even if it's just, like I said, just working hard every day. Thank you for working hard. Thank you for trying to build your business. It doesn't hurt to say thank you. So try to do that. Even if it's just a note in Skype, thank you for all your hard work. They will appreciate it. Referrals, why not? So once you have a student and they trust in you and they trust in your leadership, They will bring you referrals. They will want to bring other people on board. So let them reach out to people and let them bring referrals to you. You will just add them to their team, depending on what stage they are in the process. But yes, even if it's a former student, someone who decided that this is not for them or they're not able to do it right now, you can still drip on them. I mean, Roy does it all the time. We have people coming back all the time. I've had people come back a year later and says, hey, I was thinking about this and I want to come back. Can I come back? Sure, come on board. So former students, you want to leave on a good note. So if they do change their mind, when they do find that there's nothing out there like this, that there's nothing better for them to do, they will remember that you guys left on a good note. They will remember that and they will come back to you and they will start again. It happens all the time. Okay. One more. Leading by example. This is so important. You want to set the example of how you want your students and your instructors to work the program. So lead by example. So this is so important. You want to be honest. You want to be trusting, and you want to build the relationships. So when you lead by example, you make it easy for others to follow you. So what is the example we want to be setting? It seems there's little doubt we influence others through our actions. The challenge is that it isn't just great leaders who are leading by example. Everyone leads by example. Everybody looks at everybody else and sees what they're doing. How are they doing that? What are they doing? So, are you leading in a way that you want others to lead their people? People are watching and being influenced by your behavior, for better or worse. So what is the example you want to set? If you want engagement and empowerment, act like an owner. Make decisions that are based on what is best for your team and what is best for your business. Be proactive. Ask what you can do to help. Ask what you can do to improve a situation that a student or an instructor may be having. How can you help? Be accountable. We're human. We all make mistakes. So be accountable for your actions. So if the team members are engaged and empowered, they are going to pass that on to their students as well. And that's going to build a solid team for you. Influence with positivity. The lead by example cliche is a cliche because it's true. People are influenced by our actions. It would be easy if we could just say, knew all the right things to say and the right things to do, but we're human. So our words matter. So if you have been negative or said something that was wrong, you need to go back and own up to it And people will respect you for that. So don't be afraid to own up to mistakes or own up to having a bad day and you had a bad reaction with somebody. Own up to it. People are going to appreciate that. So if we want our influence to be positive and productive, we must be clear on what we want from others. And then make sure our actions as well as our words support that. When we do this, we are leading by example in an intentional and productive way. Do the work. Just because you're an instructor doesn't mean you pass along your work to others to do. No, you still do the work. That's showing the people under you that you're willing to work just as hard as they are. So leaders have many responsibilities, but it is important to work alongside your team. You need to be part of the team and not just a leader of the team. You need to be part of the team. Okay, listen to what you're saying. Listen to what you're telling people. Could you please mute, please? Thank you. Okay, so actions do speak louder than words, but words have a huge impact on people, for better or for worse. So be mindful of what you say and how you say it to people. Make sure it comes off positive and not as in corporations, a boss to a worker. You know how sometimes some of those bosses just say, here, do this, do that, do this. No, you don't want to do that. You want to support your team members. And if someone needs extra guidance, you can talk to them on a private Skype. If they're in a group and they're disruptive in a group conversation, don't reprimand them in the group situation. Talk to them in a private message. You will get a lot farther with them when you do it that way. Respect the chain of command. We all know Roy has a lot of things to do. He is extremely busy. And we know he always says that he's available. But you first need to go and make sure you impress this on your students and your instructors as well. They need to come to their first upline with a situation. Follow the chain of command. Don't jump over your instructor and go straight to Roy without giving your instructor a chance to answer your questions or to solve your issues. And then your instructor has an MSI or a PSI. If your instructor is not responding to you or not able to fix the situation, then the PSI or MSI is always available to help with that situation. So Roy should be left to do what he needs to do, which he's great at, and that's bringing us all these amazing offers. So the issues that you have, that instructors and students have, should be worked out with their team, with their upper leadership. Okay? Listen to your team. Listen to your instructors. Listen to your students and get feedback. Sometimes you're so busy building your own team and doing your own thing that you don't stop to listen that maybe, hey, maybe we can do this better in a better way or in a different way. Maybe we need to do, like with this instructor training, we're doing it differently. We're doing it in a different way, hopefully to meet the needs of instructors and helping them move along. So if you're a good leader, you're going to be listening to your team. You don't know everything. And your team may have some fantastic ideas, but if they're not given the option to give that information to you and you don't listen, then you're going to miss out. There's so much information out there. There's so many students out there that know so much about so many different things. We need to give them a voice and let them be part of the changes here at RRR 247. So listen to your team. I'm sure there's some amazing ideas out there that we don't know about yet because they haven't spoken up. Take responsibility. Blame rolls uphill. So sometimes the instructor needs to accept the mistakes made by their students and the instructors. Sometimes those mistakes are made because the instructor didn't give clear directions to their team members. But it doesn't matter. It's your team, so take responsibility for what your team does and find a resolution. So if somebody messed up really bad, how can we prevent that from happening in the future? What do I need to do as a leader to make sure that doesn't happen again? Take responsibility. Let your team do their thing. Don't micromanage. Everybody does things differently. Everybody does things in a different way. That's what makes us human. Just because somebody doesn't follow exactly what they have been given doesn't mean it's a bad thing. We have protocols. Yes, those protocols must be followed. But there's other things like with our PBSs. We want them to be different. Yes, we have the basic guidelines which need to be followed, but outside those basic guidelines, let them do what they want to do. Let them make it their own. So that's it. That's it for team building or leading by example.
So hi, Kathleen. It's Debbie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Nice presentation.
Thank you.
Hey, I would like to meet with anybody right after this, if they will just stay on the line, that wants to discuss the priority members board. Right now, just today, I want to go over the prerequisites for it. And then next Saturday, we're going to get right in.
Great.
And do it all very quickly coming forward. But I just want to make sure that I've got everybody understanding the prerequisites, because there has been some difficulty getting people actually in. And just want to make sure that I've got it all cleaned up.
Great. Great. So is there any questions, anything people want to talk about?
No, but I'd like to say thank you. This is Renee Chat.
You're very welcome.
Oh, yeah, I agree. I picked up some good things out of this training. Thank you very much.
You did a great job as always, Kathleen.
Thank you, Kim.
And where can we get a copy of your PowerPoints, Kathleen?
I will be, I'll be publishing them right after the meeting.
Okay.
Are you on?
Yep.
I will put
Kathy.
it on the Evolution chat.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Evolution,
Yes.
or weren't you
AT.
gonna put it on your page under knowledge?
Yep, I'm going to do that too.
Okay. One point I wanted to make, if you're feeling down or having a bad day, go up rather than across to team members. Always, if you have anything negative to say, go up, not across.
Exactly. You want to bring, if you have any issues, you want to bring it to your instructor. Go up the ladder. You don't want to spread negativity across the team. You don't want to gossip across the team. Still go up and talk to your instructor. That's a good point, Tony. Thank you.
Mhm.
Anything else? No?
Sure you know who your PSI and your MSIs are. Because you may, if you're new, for example, only know who your instructor is. And you have a problem and the instructor is in Australia. Find out who your PSI is. Contact them. Get a personal message to them. And then from there to your MSI if you can't get in touch with your PSI. But know who your upline is. It helps.
Like being in the military, your chain of command.
There you go.
Yep, every organization has a chain of command and you need to follow it.
Yeah.
Okay?
And we're more than happy to help. And I'll help anybody. Everybody knows that. I'll help anybody. If you have an instructor that happens to be in Australia or is sick or is on vacation or whatever, PM me for heaven's sakes.
If you don't know,
You
I mean,
got
I
everything.
know who mine is, but if you don't happen to know who your PSI and MSI is, how would you find out that information?
You can contact me.
I go to Kathleen for any questions.
Yeah.
Poor Kathleen.
Hey, Ellen, what is your last name? I only see your first name on here, and I've taken roll, so
Griffith?
Griffith.
Griffith.
Okay, thank you.
With a ITH at the end.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Ellen is my student.
Oh, nice.
Doing okay, by the way, Ellen?
Pardon?
Are you doing okay, Ellen?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Things are getting better. I signed my first student the other night.
Yay.
Yay. Yay, yay.
Way to go.
Are very happy.
Debbie, what are you going to be discussing? I'm sorry, I had to take a quick bathroom
Oh.
break and missed it.
This is Sherry, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go through the prerequisites to come into the priority members and the 1 to 7s, basically is what they are, the 1 to 7 day
Okay.
boards. And I just want to go over the prerequisites and get a grip on it. And then next Saturday, we're going full speed ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
And Kathleen?
Yes.
So do you want to just stop the recording and then we can go forward from here?
Can I ask one more question? You made a comment in there on giving your